getting hard trying to live in this land, Lord. I'm sick of paying rent, I wanna be the landlord. Not too many children in my section 8 last night. Lights out, they on section 8. We get constipated from that government cheese. Paying taxes, steady get a government cheese. Don't nothing change no matter who we vote for. So why waste time even going to try to vote for? When you grind so hard, you supposed to see profit. Why we so broke? We supposed to be prophets. We never had a choice on coming to America. I feel something real bad is coming to America. I don't write the mayor, they say I got a right to, but I don't even know where a nigga supposed to write to. I keep my chest up and head to the sky until the day I burn or head to the sky.
Good days, and there was many bad days. Lord, I've had hills to climb and sleepless nights. But when I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord, and I won't complain. Yeah, no.
I'm no devil, I know that I'm God's son, but I still smoke weed with my godson. And even though they say the woman is the backbone, we just wanna see them laying on their backbone. Thumb through the word, but you know what's confusing? Between the experts, it's so much confusion. I want it all, for all that I care about. I want a ball, that's all that I care about. Travel 50 states, broke 48 laws. Ran across a book called 48 Laws. Some say it's bad, some say it's a good book. I say it ain't got nothing on the good book. I ain't tripping on going to the motherland. On the other hand, I like to buy my motherland. What price can we all get peaceful? Stay at war and swear that we peaceful.
Many good days and bad days. I've had some hills to climb and Lord, sleepless nights. Look around and see what you've done for me. I'll say thank you, Lord. I won't complain.
What's wrong? Can't we all get along? Wanna buy a home, but can't get along. I'm trying to stay focused and write the right rhymes, cause these days everybody write rhymes. My uncle went to the rehab, hooked on morphine. It seems he came out even more fiend. Don't wanna see cuz die or blood bleed. We all lose every time black blood bleed. Holla Hail Mary, a light no candle, but I'm still trying to handle what I can do. I go hard for what I need, so it's ample. Watch me, you won't need no example. Crucial situation, my life in a crisis. Need to trade my life in for crisis. Please forgive me for what I did last night. I don't know, this might be my last night. Try to throw mud on my real name. Turn around and show love when the deal came. Make me wonder if they feel shame. I ain't tripping, I'ma kill game. Showed up to your show, it was so boring. Wasted time, nothing to show for it. Took my little bitch, we was both snoring. Probably had a better time going snowboard. Poor loser, always been a bad sport. Could have court and won't go if my bag's short. Fast forward, smash for it, don't ask for it. First class stamps on my passport. Tricky shit transpired on the transport. Get busy, keep that fire in the Jansport. Everything for sale, nothing is priceless. Aggressive, decisive, discussing the prices. This might be a war with us and the ISIS. Cause the hustlers fuck with the Pisces. 32 in the clip, 216s. Could have seen take tripping to true extremes.
They counted me out, they should have counted me in. Cause I'm counting these Benjamins. Take a loss, stay down, bounce back, I'ma be okay. Said I'm still making these money moves. I'm a fucking boss.
making sure my name was mentioned at the end of the day was my main intentions. The po-pos promoted gang prevention. I was popping at the ops, not paying attention. A and SK, hanging extensions. Whipping them chickens, I stayed in the kitchen. Believe that crime pays in the pension. Been out the pictures since my days in detention. Making maneuvers through mazes and missions. Magical movements, amazing magicians. Mama used to say pray for wisdom. Shut up a couple prayers on my way to prison. Backyard boogies be banging functions. Hard to hang in the hood, we got a gang injunction. Straight from young niggas trying to trade me tools. Had to told him that 40 my favorite foolie.
They counted me out, they should not counted me in. Cause I'm counting these Benjamins. Take a loss, stay down, bounce back, I'ma be okay. Said I'm still making these money moves. I'm a fucking boss.
Just listen to the way I display the spit spray like a K. Charge me for the track, I'ma make the mic pay. He ain't nothing but a no good felon, they might say. But his words precious like proverbs and they selling like yay. It's just the truth about what happened, I don't tell it my way. Like a truck, I fuck over whoever the hell in my way. Don't doubt it, I'm bout it, done did dirt untold. And when we had to unload, always the first one rolled. I'm a rider, and that seems to keep these females choosing. Catch me moving to Manchester in that CL cruise. Got class, but I can't deny these Eastie roots. I just feel better in some khakis than in a three-piece suit. And them diamonds look so good up against this dark skin. Billy paid for just like that garage is porked in. Know you wanna catch me slipping, but you'll never get the chance. Know you're plotting, try to put your plans together in advance.
I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm heated when I'm in my ride. My G-Waves got these hoes choosing every night. I'm amazing. Dripping nigga, dipping on candy. These haters can't stand me 'cause I'm amazing.
I'm a natural, never nervous, trying to let them understand that I'm amazing with my pistol and even better with my hands. In the booth, I'm a beast, it's like my home away from home. Vocal tones make the track cry and moan the way it moan. I shine hard on that stage, all my shows are selling out. Spotted look, you this shit is what these hoes yelling out. I can't disagree with them, I sound beside myself. But who's the West kept secret beside myself? I'm the best, bangadocious, it don't get no better. That's why I get more cheddar, because I spit more wetter. They can bag up my body, but can't bury my words. They in the heart of all the riders, every area heard. A few try to go against me, but they all be defeated. Y'all see it, I'm heated, but y'all call me conceited. I'm more than just nice, I'm like amazing times 10. Niggas swear the fix is in from how often I win.
I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm heated when I'm in my ride. My G-Waves got these hoes choosing every night. I'm amazing. Dripping nigga, dipping on candy. These haters can't stand me 'cause I'm amazing.
It's point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the
I
marathon
overlook my
continue.
competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
I'm here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low.
Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing his.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang ain't here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty. No mistake in the station. They making them statements. We waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Pay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, my count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
If you can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We're not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards. We all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies. Facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. This show is a blessing to be here back in the black box and blow a secession. Google gang, what it do, y'all? Much love from below and above and all the above. The word of the day is, I ain't slipping today. I got him right where he need to be. Verdant or verdant is the word of the day. Verdant means green in tint or color, green with growing plants, or
unripe in experience or judgment. The golf course is noted for its tricky hazards and lush, verdant borders along its fairways. A lot of these cats be verdant to the game, meaning green to the game. If you're not of an age, you might not be familiar with that term, you green. It was a lot more common term back in the day to call somebody that was like naive green. That means you didn't know what was up, what was going on. You dig a lies? I'm so sorry. Tell me why should I boogie? Stay G'd up, fly in my hoodie. That sound familiar on my mama. Before we get into this, that's funny when you get a notification just tell you pay X amount of dollars to lift. And you just know, you don't know who did it. You just know it's one of the, it's one of your babies. It's like that, okay. But I get an email to tell me the destination and the I don't know how that happened, but before we get into this old Finai knuckery, I thought we might tap into something kind of positive, just for inspiration. Because this young lady might be a verdant to life in general. But she's definitely not a verdant when it comes to persevering, not giving up, staying at it, keeping a positive attitude, even when it looks real bad. I think we all can take a lesson from this young lady right here. This video has been going around the internet, and I appreciate it. We'll just see it for what it is. I don't know if it's seemingly like we catching. Sometimes you see big stars in whatever field, right? And then once they already become a big star, as time goes on, certain little footage might surface of them when they were young, participating in the same type of craft that made them notorious or famous. And Lil Mama right here, I think I could just imagine her becoming successful in this field or any field, even though her father is already a notable athlete. Let's just check Lil Mama out, man. Just as we watch her do her stuff, just remember, man, don't never get up. It ain't never over. Can you imagine, had she not ran out her shoe, had to go back and get her shoe, how far she perhaps would have been ahead? I don't know, man. We got to watch that again, man, because I know if you didn't really know what to anticipate, you probably didn't focus on it. So let's watch one more time. Lil Mama, she started off with everybody else. Well, no, she didn't start. They say how to start. As soon as they how to start, bam, she run out her shoe. She think to go get her shoe. Probably to see how she runs, she could have just left the shoe off and did her stuff. But she took the time to go back, get her shoe, which made everybody get a big gap. And then she came and lapped the whole race and beat everybody. Oh, my mama. Man, I cannot tell you the people, whoever holding that camera talk about, come on, Lay, let's go to Lay. I can only imagine the excitement and the pride they feeling, because not identical to that, but I can remember my boys playing baby sports and seeing my son like on the 5-yard line and run a touchdown all the way down and everybody chasing him. I run the whole, I know that feeling of them just as pumped up as they was for that baby. I know she feel good too. And that's just a positive moment to reflect upon here in the black box, because like I say, my kids was that size one time. I can remember.
know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember stripping out blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stuff. I remember.
On the turf, Lil Box and Lil Merc. Not a gang of birds, but the third served the Lil Work. Sticky shit, every time he lit his big. Politicking with his clique, trying to hit the biggest lick. Problem with the hood, we gon' have to see to that. It was Baby Jinx, Tiny D, me and Black. To be from EC, can't explain how it felt to me. Lil BT nicknamed himself Looney. With big wine on the 5, getting hella faded. Heard that nigga ain't survived, so we celebrated. On a mission with the homies, or if by my lonely. Niggas know me, always got the pistol on me. Shot his way on the set, they ain't quote him on. Never lied, every lyric you can quote him on. Diamond shining, rhyming with my rollie on. Money long, kinda like a Coleon.
I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember stripping out blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember stripping out blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. I remember.
My mama, some shit you just can't forget. Like some of the young niggas used to claim to sit. Same time, some of the homies used to bang young. To this day, me and Herb trade the same guns. East side, niggas know about that 7 gang. Central to San Pedro, sold up on everything. You ain't heard, 93rd to the Sin. Ain't nothing new, neighborhood, this what it been. All the Sherm homies hitting in the hood. Fuck the function off soon to get to getting good. A party ain't a party without a little drama. In the parking lot, hollering at Lil Mama. Say my name next to Johnny Ray, Baby Dre. Soul 1 and 2, Big Snake from 88th. For death though, I died for I surrender. Shit was evil on the east side, I remember.
I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember stripping out blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember stripping out blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game.
I remember. It's impossible to forget. On my mama. It was some real remarkable shit. I'm just saying, hey, I know we had fun with Cuz quite a few times on here. Your boy Gillie, for some of his little not so masculine maneuvers. For one, when he was sea walking, another time when he did a little skit trying to mimic how the new rappers walk. And the fact that he mimicked what he was trying to mock so well, it was just kind of funny, you know. It's kind of hard to get sugar out of tank if it ain't none in there. And it just seemed like it was, he demonstrated the sugary tank exceptionally well. We've laughed at that. I don't know about many more things, maybe a few other, right? Nothing too deep. Just have fun observing some of his antics upon the internet. Some of the things he said too, we've called into question as well. However, just recently he was on a podcast and the host was asking him, has he ever had the opportunity to squash whatever it was between him and Cash Money or Lil Wayne? And she asked him, has she seen him? And Cuz responded like, yeah, I seen him. You know, I kind of like spoke to him. And she was like, yeah, what you mean? He was like, you know, I was in the doorway and like, what up? And then he gives Lil Wayne a response, which is almost inaudible. He just like makes a look and a stare. And then he say after that, he was up out of there. And the way he say he was up out of there, I think a lot of people took it to make it seem like he was saying he pressed Lil Wayne and Wayne got on in a sense of seeking safety. I can say for myself, personally, I don't think he was necessarily trying to indicate that. You know, but people was responding like Cuz getting exposed for putting extras on the interaction. But I'm gonna let y'all take a peep at it and y'all be a judge for yourself and tell me, was Gillie putting extras on what happened and how he got at Wayne, or was he keeping it a Google? Cause it seemed like if you were reading what he said, it would be almost verbatim, if you ask me. Let's just check it out.
Did you and Young Money ever fix your situation?
I mean, we never really had no situation, you know. I mean, he dissed me, I came back, I dissed him, you know. But it's just that, I guess my diss is just taken way too serious. Like, when I diss a motherfucker, it's just like.
Have you talked to Mac Main or Wayne?
Yeah, I just seen Wayne at Jackson State University.
Oh, did y'all holler at each other?
Yeah, but no.
What is it?
I mean,
what does that mean?
He looked up, I was in the doorway. I said, "What's up, man?" He said,
hit you? Oh, okay.
And got the fuck out of there.
Dang.
Real talk.
So,
I mean, it's not like.
But so that shows you, though, at least something, though, because it's a handshake.
I mean, Mac Main, you know, Mac stayed there, hollered, you know what I mean? Because we like, "What's up, man? We trying to get him on the pod."
Did you and Young Money ever fix your situation?
I've just said that's pretty much I see you, true cowboy. That's pretty much what happened. Like, that's why when you see it 3 times in a row and then you hear his explanation, hey, he I can't say he put too much extras on what happened, because what appeared to happen to me was Lil Wayne looked up, he was in the doorway. He said, "What up?" Lil Wayne looked at him crazy as a motherfucker. Think he reached out to dap him, and then that nigga was gone. And then it seemed like Gillie was finna say, "It ain't like," and finna explain like, "It ain't like I'm saying he was gone, like I was pressing him." But she like kind of cut him off and went on to another question or something. And I know I seen a little more of that interview, and he was saying that they was already getting at them like they was trying to get him on the podcast. So it wasn't like he was trying to portray he was on no rah-rah shit. So when people say that he was putting extras on it, I think they reaching somewhat. And that's just me keeping it to Google, because y'all know we ain't got no problem having to laugh at Cuz expense when he come out here on this internet looking kind of goofy. But yeah, I think they put, instead of him putting extras on what he's saying, really to me it seemed like they putting extras on what he said. Cuz just pretty much like, you feel me, he just pretty much narrated what I saw take place between him and Cuz. He is very animated with his expressions and stuff, so I think people can read a lot more into what he's saying sometimes, or at least in that particular instance. So on that issue, at least, that's my last word.
This is my Don declaration, define expectations, inspired to aspire to higher elevation. Started at Genesis, read the entire Revelation. Dedication, meditation, and some fire medication. Judge a prophet and a poet, both body reputation. Fanatically practice, perfection requires preparation. I go hard, like this could be the last chance. Romance the spotlight, treat it like the last dance. May I remind inclined to go overboard over mine, but tonight I'm on this open mic with an open mind. Always try, let it fly, ain't care where it fell. Never say goodbye, but we'll tell her farewell. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word. And just so y'all know for sure that I'm serious, y'all can put this right before the period. She slit the digits, I hit her with a digi-card. She came to visit, hit it hard by the mini bar. I made her roar like the engine in my Hemi car. Way before she came to listen to my seminar. Every time I'm done, she always want more. Keep a contour in her back for the encore. I paint a picture like we was playing Pictionary with perfect diction. I take you through the dictionary, y'all can have an introduction and an intermission. They finna listen for it's finished, just a benediction. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word. I used to tell my testimony to the whole church. Now I stepped into the cipher once I soul search. Visualize the pain I'm bearing when it's verbalized. No more rehearsal, now you're staring in my herbal eyes. Turned them on, they all turned around, returned to lies. Despise this truth that I eternally internalized. I hate her, laugh now, cry later. Why hate a player when I'm just getting my paper? Your dialogue, that's a lot of lies to digest. Until I die, I guess I'ma have to digress. Chase the pay like she the one that got away. Remy shot a day, that's all I really gotta say. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs. Now I got the last word, finna clown. Now I got the last word, how that sound? Now I got the last word.
Can't forget Tiny SPI in that roll call, free to SPIs. And on that subject, that's my last word on my mama. Hey, rest in peace to Lil Keed. I don't know, cuz I ain't gonna put no extras on it like I know it. Y'all know how we do when our people fall and it make headlines. As long as there ain't no fuckery directly attached to their name, you know, we pay homage and direct condolences toward their loved one. And just because we was tapping into the whole Young Thug, Rico and all that, it's kind of ironic for that reason. And another reason is because Cuz died in L.A. From what I can gather, up until this point, there's still no cause of death. I saw one report that said suicide. I'm definitely not one that can run with that narrative. I don't know if y'all more familiar with what caused the young man to lose his life at the age of 24 in Los Angeles. But one thing you could say, the irony of the timing of, you know what I'm saying, when his whole situation with that shit called YSL, his affiliation with that, the indictment, I'm not sure if his name was mentioned in the indictment. Somebody said fake perks. I don't know how confirmable that is. It's not a far-fetched idea in general, just knowing what type of shit, but to go around. But I gotta say this for one fact. Speaking on Gillie again, I know the Wallow dude. I had saw. I gotta commend him for taking the time to get that passionate speech to them dudes. Cause I ain't gonna lie, keeping it to Google, cause when I saw the clip going viral of him talking to them in the studio, and he broke down telling the story and the tears and all that, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know, you can check. I ain't say nothing about it on here, but just my private mind was like, he kind of extra'd out. Right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch the whole interview. I didn't get the feedback of the people in the room that he was talking to, but I assume that they were on that same page as well. But now hearing that same speech he gave to that particular group of individuals, it lead me to believe that bro on some like prophetic energy as far as he do got a passion for positivity and he following an impulse that he probably can't even describe that motivated him to get down like that and get at them. He probably even know why at that particular moment he was so comfortable being vulnerable. He might be, I don't want to suggest that he was anything less than confident and comfortable in being that vulnerable, but I'm suggesting that perhaps that wasn't a scheduled display of his vulnerability that day. I don't think he went to work that day or went to politic with them with the mind frame of I'm finna go through this type of episode. So I think it was a time of him following an energy that caused him to go into that spiel and speak on that. And the fact that these type of things have taken place to those individuals in general so shortly thereafter just really makes that moment magnified in my mind at least. And it's kind of like I have to rebuke myself for the way I looked at it initially. And even that concept and that idea came home even more. And the reason why I can say this is why I had that thought about dudes is because I often hear him giving accounts of jail tales. And I've heard him tell jail stories, prison stories from a perspective of being afraid that his manhood will be challenged and perhaps even conquered at times. And he talks about it in a comical way a lot of times, and so when he came with that speech, I kind of like added all those thoughts in together and some of the goofy stuff that we laugh at Gillie for doing. But I stand in rebuke of my own mind frame at this moment because I seen the boy Young Thug in court. Telling the judge how bad he want to go home. Naming the age of his kids. Saying I'm sorry for making mistakes. It was like, when you think of the artist that popularized the word thug, same complexion as him. Did some gangster shit in Atlanta in a sense. It was a rebel with a cause. He shot those police. I believe he was in Atlanta or in Georgia or in the surrounding area. The original Thug Life. We got Young Thug versus Thug Life. We got clips of Mr. Thug Life in court and the way he speaks to the judge. And you contrast that and compare it to the clip we got of this dude that calls men babe, boo, lover, lipstick, all that, super gangster. Bro. It's a big difference of the way he was talking to the court. Another message. You got to think about, like, the way you carry yourself and speak. It was reminiscent of Takuchi in the sense that, you know how Takuchi, the biggest troll, aggressive, vulgar, talked the biggest shit. And then once he was incarcerated, we heard him crying, talking about how bad he want to go home and all that. If you a young thugger, slime, with all the shits, and you gotta know, there is no place in court for all that whimpering. Right there in that on, you is not Kyle Wittenhouse, whatever his name is. That don't work for us. That's not, bro, check this out. They don't sit around for over a decade putting together a RICO case and include you as one of the leaders and gonna be swayed about you coming there talking about, I'm sorry, I want to be home with my kids. Oh, my mama. And through the generations, it just shows the degeneration of the concept of the character of what we consider a thug in this entertainment street gangster rap environment. Y'all remember the few little instances we got clips of Tupac talking to the judge in court? The confidence, the arrogance, the passion, the lack of fear compared. Have y'all heard the boy? Have y'all heard it? Yeah, he was basically saying like it sound like 50 saying, "I promise I won't do it again. This ain't the time for that." Shh, shh. $1 million moguls facing big time. They sit quiet in court. Think about that, slime. You ain't got no business in there breaking down, bowing down, all. You thought that was gonna work? If perhaps maybe there was an iota of a chance that that could be effective, I could under understand you approaching the court. But as worldly and hip to the game, you should be from the what you appear to be. You ought to know. Did your lawyer tell you that's what you should say? Man, I just want to thank the creator. Thank the creator for my reality in the sense that through the years I'd have made so many shitty decisions. Can't believe I'm still sitting in such a pretty position as far as opportunity and immediate consequential situations that would his name is Mr. Williams. So when I see the little clips of Cuz in court and they get him in court and they like everything Mr. Williams, y'all don't understand. SPI, that shit be sounding crazy. I think now a lot of things we would be wise to. Well, you know what? What up, Rico? No 2 pigs in your studio. Look, I think it's a lot of things that my perspective, I'm trying to get out of the habit of suggesting that we should or you should, he should, or she should. My desired approach to scenarios is I think I am or I would or I should, and then share my experiences, my thoughts, and if those can in any way be helpful, then by all means that's a great thing. Other than that, it's just another perspective for you to be aware of, to perhaps add to your arsenals of other perspectives on certain issues. But I share the lessons I've learned, and maybe you might find a lesson there within as well, but perhaps you may not. So you just eat the fish and throw out the bones. So what I'm saying is, when I look at cats going through situations, I no longer look at the situation and analyze it as to, damn, how it applies to them and how it implicates or how it affects their lives and those that are affiliated with them. I look at that scenario and I find the lesson as how it relates to me. Eastern Empire, no, I ain't heard it. That really ain't my type of music. I might end up hearing it eventually, but I've never heard an entire one of any of them. A few songs here and there. That's just me personally. But I do be getting late. Some of the big singles, I you know, when I catch them, I like the sound of the records. But yeah, I'm just like I don't know, bro. You got to think about some of these things before, like when he said the age of his kids, he was like, I think he said something like 11, 12, 13, or the age bracket was up in there. And maybe he was covering his tracks a bit. I don't know, man. But to me personally, I'm telling myself as I look in the mirror is all the things that you could potentially find yourself in court whining, begging to the judge to consider because you want to be home due to those things. These are the things that I want to pledge to myself to keep on the forefront of my mind constantly. And I don't want to have to find myself in a similar situation and then trying to usurp these things into a position of priority. I want to keep them prioritized now, make sure they matter now, so that I can, by all means, avoid ending up in that scenario, trying to make them a priority in front of them people. Because, like I told y'all a long time ago, when we walk in them court, crackers don't give a. You can tell by the look on their faces. And while I'm saying niggas is like, I don't know, niggas is on social media, niggas is famous as they like, and I know it might seem big, but small towns, names implicated in major things, and it's almost like they not seeing the forest because of the trees. But it's our duty, like we said plenty of times, y'all, you gotta read between the lines.
We read between the lines. We read between the lines. We read between
On the set, could've swore I had covered my bases. Ended up in court, had to fight a couple of cases. Crackers don't care when you come in them places. It be written on their faces. Them motherfuckers is racist. Fuck trial, shit tricky, give me the deal. I ain't never seen a real killer beat a pill. Shooter gotta write a future if he got a date. Behind the gate, lot of politics to tolerate. Sitting in the car, finna split a cigar. To my niggas on the yard, send my biggest regards. You don't wanna run it back, we already ran it. You landed flat on his back, cause I'm heavy-handed. Wanna catch another fade, we can follow up. But I ain't waiting all day, niggas squabble up. Gang of anger, got it all bottled up. Gang bangers, whole world follow us. Evil signs you believe, can you see the signs? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil signs you believe, can you see the signs? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Niggas clowns need to be in the circus. Putting these buzzers on the turf, they defeating the purpose. The first to return when the enemy serves immediately on ease. These weenies be nerve dedicated to a section that didn't deserve us. It turned us into murderers and then it deserted us. Number one lesson I learned in the pen: when you lose your respect, you can't earn it again. Smoke a lot, classified most faded. The local won't be satisfied till all his folks made it. It's Cabbage Patch where he caught most of the damage at. Perhaps he know a magic plastic surgeon that can manage that. Ask me, I'm just a product of my habitat. Narcotic habits where they quick to let you have it at. Nigga on me talking about he need half that. I'm laughing at him as if my little bastard's having that. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Read between the lines. Off the Illiterate EP produced by Silent J. Available on all digital platforms. Tap in on that one. I need y'all help. Shout out to Nate Nitty, an up and coming artist. Put his money where his mouth is. It's time for a review. I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm doing this as a tool of promotion. So I'm not attempting to be extremely critical by any regards. I'm doing this as a sense of support. It is considered a review, So I want an honest review from you, the Google gang, on Cuz Single. This is what he requests from us. I respect him. Let me tell y'all his Instagram because I need y'all to go follow him up. Nate Nitty on IG. This is IG right here. That's NATENITTII. Go follow that. Invest in himself. He's serious about his craft, and I will say this: I listened to the record. I like his beat selection. I like his flow, the way he stay on the beat, and I need to know how y'all feel about the record. This is called, what's the name of Cuz record? My bad. I think it's Don't Wanna Wait. Don't Wanna Wait. Don't Wanna Wait. Nate Nitty, Mr. Nate. Let him know what y'all think, Google gang. Oh, mama.
I don't wanna wait, get to the cake. Let them boys say what they want, all they do is hate. I can't fuck with most these niggas fake. Don't be concerned about what they doing, I'll be doing me. When living life, it come with a lot of pressure. The ones that don't think you about it wanna test you. Started out doing bad, now I'm better. Don't play with me, bring your money up and get your shit together. I be tryna chill like steady start. I be chasing money, they be steady talking. Claim they pushing V's, but we catch niggas walking. Every nigga ain't worth bullets, think before you off them. Ain't running from no niggas, I run from 12. I'm a hustler, if I push it, guarantee yourself. Why you sitting on your ass, wasting time? As a grown-ass man, couldn't get a job, I got up on my grind. I don't wanna wait, get to the cake. Let them boys say what they want, all they do is hate. I can't fuck with most these niggas fake. Don't be concerned about what they doing, I'll be doing me. When living life, it come with a lot of pressure. The ones that don't think.
Nate Nitty bumping around this motherfucker. Let me start that back over for Nate Nitty. We hear you, Nate Nitty, from NY coast to coast. I hear you, Nate Nitty, going up. You in pocket, you doing your thing, you riding that beat, talking that slick shit. Much love. Go follow Nate Nitty on Instagram right now, y'all, on my mama.
I don't wanna wait, get to the cake. Let them boys say what they want, all they do is hate. I can't fuck with most these niggas fake. Don't be concerned about what they doing, I'll be doing me. When living life, it come with a lot of pressure. The ones that don't think you about it wanna test you. Started out doing bad, now I'm better. Don't play with me, bring your money up and get your shit together. I be tryna chill like steady start. I be chasing money, they be steady talking. Claim they pushing V's, but we catch niggas walking. Every nigga ain't worth bullets, think before you off them. Ain't running from no niggas, I run from 12. I'm a hustler, if I push it, guarantee yourself. Why you sitting on your ass, wasting time? As a grown-ass man, couldn't get a job, I got up on my grind. I don't wanna wait,
Shout out Nate Nitty in the chat. I see you. We listening to Nate Nitty, Don't Wanna Wait. NY State, eating off his own plate. I smell you, brethren. Don't stop, keep doing your thing. Be about your marathon at all costs.
Don't play with me, bring your money up and get your shit together. Gotta find a way, can't be looking for no favors. It's hella ways to get it, focus on your paper. It's cool to work, go ahead and work shit, you ain't gotta hustle. But if you in these streets, you gotta work your muscles. Them jackboys out there lurking, keep that too for certain. Cause if they catch you slipping, they might close your curtains. Everything a nigga do, I do it for a purpose. So when I sit down, I look back like everything was worth it. Play my hand and I stuck to the script. Not everything that I did was legit. I'm moving forward, got no time to reminisce. still putting on, cause all I know is represent. I set the play, I hit the road, I go and get it. Stick to my word, so if I said it, then I meant it. Why you sitting on your ass, wasting time? As a grown-ass man, couldn't get a job, I got up on my grind. I don't wanna wait, get to the gate. Let them boys say what they want, all they do is hate. I can't fuck with most these niggas fake. Don't be concerned about what they doing, I'll be doing me. When living life, it come with a lot of pressure. The ones that don't think you about it wanna test you. Started out doing bad, now I'm better. Don't play with me, rain money up and get your shit together.
Nate Nitty from the great city. On the good note, that's straight shitty on my mama. I fucks with it, Nate. Appreciate you tapping in, man. That's Nate Nitty in the chat. Y'all know where he at on the IG. So feel free to tap in, let him know what y'all think about his music, see where y'all can keep up with him at, and encourage him, let him know that he making noise out here. 818-481 area code. What it do?
What it do? What's going on with it? Spider Low.
Oh man, Baby Activity, Black Box Productions. What's happening, partner?
Oh man, just out here getting it, Spider Low. That's all, man.
What else is there to do?
Man, staying positive and productive.
As you should. I like the way you put
positive productivity.
Well, I like
positive productive.
I like the way you put them two P's together. I thought you finna add another one. Positive, productive, and prosperous.
No.
Prosperous.
Yeah, positive, productive, and prosperous.
Prosperous, yeah.
Okay, that's that.
Yeah, we'll throw that one on there.
Stay prosperous, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, brother Spider Low, man, what's good, man? What's the deal? Let me hear it.
This is the thing. When you call the line, it's not to listen to me, because if you just want to listen, you could have just kept watching. When you call the line, it's my opportunity to listen.
Okay.
Now, if you want to ask a specific question, then I'm open to you asking us a question, but can't just tell me to just talk. Okay. That's what I was already doing before you called.
Yeah, I'm knowing that. No doubt, Spider Low. Hey, smell this though. Now I've seen a lot of things occurring the last, in the last few weeks, right?
Right.
But I wanted to just impress this on you though. As long as brother Spider, as long as we stay, like I said, with some type of positive reinforce or some type of something that's going to push you in the right direction each day, that we wake up and live, brother. We'll never get to where we really trying to go if we don't have that consciously when we wake up each day. There should be some type of positive reinforcement in our brain or in our head that clicks in when we wake up each day.
I agree, but you know what I think? I think we all, as modern contemporaries, have to view our experience from a Moses perspective, in the sense that Moses never made it to the promised land, and all that he went through, symbolically, whether you believe in the story or not, symbolically, all that he went through was in the long run to work out things within his own character and his own experience, and had a lot less to do with actually making it to the promised land, because according to the story, he never made it. Right. And I think that we have to get so involved in what matters, and just think Moses was one man that was for the nation, and he did it all without making it to the promised land. And we have to, with the same spirit, have to realize we have to start getting dedicated to making certain decisions that are more than likely going to cause effect in a lifetime beyond ours, and not be as selfish as to think that we're only going to apply our energy toward things that we can reap the benefits from personally. And I think we have to collectively get closer to that mind frame. And I think the things, regardless, that are going to make effect are the small pockets of individuals that are on that wave. And I think that wave is going to grow. And I think the time that it may take just may be out of our lifetime, but doesn't mean that because we had the first anchor in the relay, our port is not just as important. You might not get to run across and break that tape.
We all play a part.
Right, and that's what we have to realize.
Right.
We may be the first person in the relay. We might not run across that finish line and break the tape, but we still have to do our part.
Yeah, and the thing is, quite a low as far as is the togetherness of it all. Is we in this together, but we striving to get to the line too. Yeah.
If you're aware of anything secret society, Illuminati, whether you believe it or not, the story is told that the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, or these high-power families that put this New World Order agenda into order hundreds of years ago, they put a lot of time, effort, and energy into putting in a plan into motion that they knew for a fact, if it did succeed, wasn't going to succeed until the great grandchildren's generation. We are victims of that system, and if we think that somehow it's going to be a short span of effort that's going to counteract all that, we're sadly mistaken. So we're trying to rebuild after being affected by a system that was put in place far long ago. The people put it in place are long been dead. But we need to take a lesson from them. They knew for a fact they wasn't going to see their objective fulfilled, but they still put their all into it with the hopes that their bloodline and their seed would benefit off what they were doing. The same way our ancestors that revolted, fought, and that's the spirit that I'm seeking to have. You dig a lie? That's the spirit I want to have.
I dig that. I dig that Spider Low a lot, brother, because at the end of the day, I mean, that saying, we are who we have as individuals and collectively as people. We are together. We should be.
I agree, man. I agree, and
but
I want to just stay tapped in as much of the energy that thinks that way as well, and do my part. Focus less on what's not being done by others, and be more focused on doing my part.
No doubt. Hey, much love all the time. Spider Look, I know you got people waiting.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to chop it up with you and kick knowledge.
Likewise, loved one. Anytime you see that number up, feel free to tap in.
No doubt.
All right. 404 area code. What's happening with you? Black Box Productions.
What up, Spider Loc? It's your boy AB, man. What it do, G?
What it do, G? You talk to me, man. Just trying to stay positive, prosperous, and what was the other one he said? I forgot about the other one. Positive and prosperous to do for right now.
Man. Y'all gotta stay positive. It's more positive tip. I want to say this, and I want for the whole young generation to hear this, man. RIP. You know what I'm saying? Lil Keed, bro. And I don't know, I don't tell nobody what to consume or what they do, but I advise y'all to stay off that lane, man, because it's killing a lot of our young people, bro.
So that's so you indicating you indicating that's what he fell victim to?
Yeah, man. Failure to a liver which caused him to have a cardiac arrest. So that lean, man, that shit serious, man. I just want y'all to take heed to it, man. That leave that liquid dope alone, bro. That shit ain't doing nothing but killing us, bro. It ain't nothing but a cocaine in the bottle, dog. Leave that shit alone, bro. It's sad that we lose our young generation over abuse of some opiate that the government is giving out legal. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they hit me the wrong way, bro. I got a problem with that, man. And for his young thug, you know what I'm saying? If God give you a second chance, boy, you better take it and straighten up the motherfucking life, son.
Hey,
That's
look,
all I
yeah,
gotta say,
I wanna second that. Like, I don't want my perspective of how it look all bad to say that I'm wishing bad on Cuz. I'm hoping for him to hit a home run too. I'm always hoping for a nigga who ain't did no fuck shit in the game as far as, you know, he keeping it solid. But I also want to see you stand tall like you stand tall in that booth. You got to stand tall in that courtroom, my nigga. You got to stand tall.
Yeah, right.
You can't be in there begging, crying, and we don't do that. Nah, thugger, that sound like the nigga that called a man bae and boo and lipstick and fingernails and dress. You said you was off all that, so for the sake of your sons, the same sons you was mentioning in the courtroom. But when you go to that type of like broken, begging, when you know what you really caught up in, you showing your sons the same traits of the lipstick and shit, my nigga. That don't work, my nigga. You gotta be the same nigga that's in the booth.
Shit, not only that, spotted low shit, man, you showing your son a bad example when you get your house raised, you got your 14-year-old son in there, man, and they find out that shit in the house. I mean, anything could happen.
So them the same boys.
Not only they could have.
You telling me the same boys he in court telling the judge he want to get back to were present while the raid went down.
Right.
He don't realize how to, when he said it to the judge, that sounded like this. Man. Man. You said some, man.
That's a bad example, man. I just for real though, low. I just thank God that them folks didn't take that 14-year-old kid no motherfucking defense over that shit, cause Georgia they number one for doing shit like that, bro. Like when they break your ass down, they break your ass down, man. And it's just sad when you in a position where you can just make a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, take care of your family, and then, you know, allegedly they say y'all out here doing stupid shit, cause I just hope you get a home run.
Me too. I'm hoping for the home run, man. And shout out to Wallow. Shout out for Wallow. Shout out to Wallow. Even though it was too late, because the type of shit they just came with, all them charges happened before that. But for some reason, you let your spirit be moved to really preach to them niggas in that room. And I was, for one, thought you put some extras on the moment. But I don't know what your soul felt. But goddamn, you was so on point. God damn. Shout out to Wallow.
I mean, you know, my soul, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I said that, because, you know, I got a 9-year-old son, man. And I raised him to be better than me, man. I got him in private school and all, bro. And it ain't easy. But stand down for the real cause. Making sure your kid get an education and get the fuck up out the ghetto and put money behind him with trust funds. I feel real good about that. So the reason why I said that, because a lot of these kids ain't blessed to have a father in their life like my son is blessed to have me in this life.
301-219-415. I see y'all callers. I'm listening.
Yeah, I feel like everything that we do from here on out, cuz with our kids, nigga, it starts from home, man. It starts from home. And I feel like the way you run your household is the way your kids go end up running their household. They see you running all fucked up and discombobulated and dysfunctional, they gonna be dysfunctional. But if they see you got some type of moral perspective and principles, you can never lead them wrong. So, you know what I'm saying? We, you know, us OGs gotta be out here for the young ones, man. Even though they ain't got no fathers, we gotta be out here local.
No, I agree. And I have an organization along with my brother Eastside Herb, named Uncle Dad, and that's the precipice of our whole foundation is to be an uncle and a father to the fatherless amongst us. So I'm with that, a Google percent. I want to get to some more of these callers. Please don't hesitate to tap in anytime you see that number up there, man. I definitely appreciate your input.
Anytime, Lo. Keep it Jeter, man. Gratitude over attitude, man.
All
Let's
day,
not
every
catch
day.
feelings, nigga. Let's keep it real.
Don't get mad, get money. On my mama.
Damn right.
That's right. That's hard. 301, then 219, then 415. What it do, 301?
What's going on, Loki Low?
Oh, man, a whole bunch of abundant blessings around me. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. It's been about 4 months since we tapped in last time. I just want to tap in with you one time, man. Make sure everything's good with you. You know, I've been working a lot lately, man. I haven't really been able to catch up with your content you've been posting, bro. But, you know, I'm feeling well, man. Just a quick question for you, bro. By chance, what's the update on your voice acting, man? I'm telling you, you need to do them cartoons or something like that with your voice, man. It's so unique, man.
Bro,
what's going on with that? What's the status on that right now?
I'm going to keep it at Google. The status is exactly where it was the last time we spoke about it. I have not been proactive in advancing that cause, but I'm going to let you know, you definitely caused it to get on the whiteboard now. It'll get up on the whiteboard. And anything on the whiteboard, I'm challenged to start getting off the whiteboard. So I'm going to get it up there. I've thought about it. I've mentioned it to a few people who I thought could facilitate some progress, and it just died right there, and I haven't.
I'm telling you, you got that voice, yeah.
Thank you,
got
bro.
that unique voice to do that, Loke, man. I'm telling you, man, you can go ahead and get that stuff done. Also, two other things, and I'm not going to take up too much of your time until you say you got those two other callers that want to go ahead and time in.
We got about five more callers now. I see you 805 and the 434. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, I know you on the PS5 or something like that. I know you be still playing Wheel of Fortune and stuff like that. You need to go ahead and time, man. What's your username on the system, man? I want to go ahead and play you a Wheel of Fortune, man. See where your mind at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I know you got that on there.
Let me tell you something. I got 13, 14, 15-year-old sons. Around the time in life when they started really playing.
You don't get no time on the game.
I quit. Yeah, I quit when it started even ever being a thing. Like, and it's been over a decade I ain't played a video game. So, yeah, you missed it.
All right, one last thing, Loki, because I know you're gonna keep it a Google. I was just on my little G unit, you know what I'm saying, archives and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And the whole thing when Lloyd Banks took the picture with Game, I feel like that was a forced picture. Like they ran up on Banks, and wherever they was, I think it was in Dubai where they had did that, where Game and his entourage ran up on Banks allegedly. You know what I'm saying? That picture was forced. Because shortly after he took that picture, 50, he did an interview, and he was basically like, yeah, Lloyd Banks told me about the situation, this, that, and the third, about the picture, yada, yada. And then shortly after that, Banks was no longer with basically G-Unit. He kind of separated from 50, and they stopped talking from there. What's your take on that situation right there? Do you think that was a forced move? They ran up on Banks and he took that picture. I don't see Banks.
When it comes to
he's been the only one that really never really.
When it comes to former friends who are foes, and photographs, there's a big difference between forced and finessed. Any man that allows himself to be forced into a photograph with someone who's considered an op, similar to Hassandra being photographed with the grown African Bambaataa. I mean, if you did not desire, to engage in a photograph, I don't understand what amount of pressure was applied to call it a force. How can a nigga force you to pose? How can a nigga force you to embrace and pose? Nigga can force you to fight.
Right.
A nigga force you to fight. How can a nigga force you to be friends? That's backwards talk to me. Even for your brain to understand that, it's like your brain is coming to me from a backwards perspective. How can a nigga force you to be friendly?
Yeah, you right.
It makes absolutely zero sense.
Because it was like one of those situations. I'm pretty sure maybe
What you're
Doja
doing,
probably ran up on him like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, hold
what
on,
you're
what the
doing
fuck?
is
You know
taking the
how cameras be in the
concept.
club and stuff like that.
Nah. What you're doing is taking the concept of the benefit of the doubt and you're trying to stretch it and expand it to its largest possible parameters. And I think the situation is a lot more simple and transparent than that. What you're describing is pressure. And if a nigga folded the pressure, you still can't call that force.
Yeah, that's why I want to take your take on it, because it's like Banks, he a quiet dude and he don't really say much and stuff like that. So I'm like,
yeah, but look,
like
see, that's the thing. See, that's the thing. But
for
you to correlate saying much with doing much, also is backwards. That's the thing. We all know, the real ones know, it's the quiet one that move the crowd. So, like, the fact that he don't say much would be more indicative that he would be the one that would be less capable of being forced into being photographed. He not gonna let a fan suggest he engage in a photograph he don't feel like taking. Banks has one of the most standoffish, arrogant personas that you can encounter in the industry. So to say that a nigga forced you to, and Banks my nigga, like, I ain't got nothing negative to say with him, but when you just describe a certain incident and challenge me to analyze it, I'm gonna keep it a Google. Like, force is not a word I would use when it comes into taking a picture. It's like the picture that 50 took with the Jenner. Now, force is a word you can choose to use, but we got pictures, we got footage of Mayweather refusing to be photographed with certain individuals, males, because of the amount of makeup they were wearing. So is there ever a force, or is there a sense where you force or fold, or finessed? We're gonna keep it F's. Were you forced or did you fold? We got a lot of callers. 219-415-805-434-305. So so that's my perspective on each thing that you
go ahead and handle your business, Loki. You want your take on that, man. I appreciate it. Most love and respect, man. And just be safe out there, man. I love your podcast and I love everything you're doing, man.
Much love. Back at you.
Keep it
Appreciate
Google as
you.
always.
Jeter. 219, I appreciate your patience, man. Real Near Radio. What you talking about?
What's going on with you, Lo? Hey, calling from Gary, Indiana, man. I talked to you a couple times before, man. Just, congratulate you once again, man, because you like a good TV show, man. I can always catch you when I want to, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but you was right on point with that Wallow, though, man. And Wallow's something different, man. I like him. He's like he animated dude, and he different with it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of corny, but he a real dude, and you was right on the money with that, dog. He called it about Young Thug, man.
I don't know what them niggas was either on their phones talking reckless or saying certain shit off camera in front of him, and he just was like, man, let me tell y'all niggas something, man. The direction I seen, cause just think, had they been in there not saying anything that seemed reckless, why we wouldn't be motivated to get at? They must have been showing their hand, and the fact that if he could pick up on how deep they was in the game and that little small encounter. Just think about them people that's been trying to bring this shit together, what they've been able to pick up on. Woo!
The whole time, man. For real, man.
And we know the RICO is based on conspiracy. And when you get charged with conspiracy, that's like the simplest thing to get a conviction on as far as the challenge of the prosecution. However, it also is one of the most serious crimes to get found guilty of. It's the easiest slam dunk for them to get, but you get some of the most time for getting found of a conspiracy. So they really got these niggas back up against the wall on my mama.
Man, you telling the truth. Hey, look, another thing, and I'm gonna go and let you do your thing. Hey, I want to know, do you kind of sort of loosely follow Dirk and that OTF and all that movement? Do you be peeping that out?
Very vaguely, very, very vaguely. I have no real familiarity with anybody enough to speak on anything. Anytime we spoke on them, it's only been a perspective of a headline, and it's always usually somebody was dying. So other than that, I just know he hella popping. I don't know much about him. I know he had some type of back and forth with Gang, Doja, Jayceon Taylor, and then I kind of could perceive that Doja bowed it down when they met in person, and it seems like he about half Doja's size, and it seems like he appears to attempt to only try to act a 1/10 as hard as Doja act, and he kind of like just let his name speak for itself. Cause when you see Dirt, he don't look like the fucking reputation that he carries. So it make me respect a little more of what I hear about him, because it don't seem like he trying to bring none of that shit across when he present himself to the public. It seems like he tries to present himself publicly, extremely professional and neutral as a boss. But that stank shit seems to be connected in such a real way that I like the fact that he don't never try to highlight or accentuate that part of himself. I think he real sharp for that. I appreciate that about what I see in him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was saying because he, his peoples, man, they just got caught up in Chicago, and it's all connected with all that, you know what I'm saying, and all this other indictment stuff going on from Atlanta. I thought you was like, peeping like what's to this, like, they bringing up Lil Baby name, and
I seen some shit like that, but I swear to God, man, as much as it looked like this shit is established on me being up on what's popping in the culture, that shit is an accident. The day who knows around here know, when I first started, I used to challenge myself to do an hour. I only used to be on here for an hour, and I used to think I was the shit because we could do an hour freestyle without talking about no current events. However, when it comes to algorithms,
I know, I've been following.
All right,
I know.
So to this day, even though I'm presenting the topics and it seems like I'm bringing them off from my interest, I'm still getting them from submissions in the DM. So it's equivalent to me reading them out the chat. And I just happen to be extremely introverted. I'm a loner, and I'm more of a giver than a taker. I'm more of a creator than a consumer, and I just don't intake a lot of outside content. It's just no hate toward anybody as an individual. My interest in what others are actually doing is just extremely low. So I might miss out on a lot of good things that way as well, but I'm pretty content with that. I'd rather be in my brain a lot than to be intaking what's coming out of someone else's. It's pretty interesting inside my own brain.
Yeah, I know you got a whole life going on, man, but I'm just saying, like, all that indictment, dog, the thing, what I'm trying to say is, dog, and motherfuckers need to excuse the cuss, but people need to focus their kids on not being such a rapper, dog. You know what I'm saying? Being a rapper is a dangerous job, man. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have good music and all that, but dog, man, everybody kids ain't got to be rappers. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be one thing. I hear you loud and clear, and I agree with that. And then even those that are rappers, I got a nephew, Tiny Twin, and he just he's 16. He's a good kid. Very recently started rapping. And the first rap he sent me is, you would think this nigga done been in and out of juvenile hall, just living a wild street life. His mama and his daddy love him. He's avoided he's been exposed, of course, but he's avoided getting caught up in all the general pitfalls someone his age could have gotten caught up in. But yet still, when he first started rapping, it sounded like, and then I had to talk to him, and then the next thing he sent me, it was so much different. And it's like, yeah, the homie right. You ain't got to be no rapper. However, if you are, you do not have to be a thug gangster rapper. Like,
there you go.
I mean, come on. It's like, don't force yourself into the most crowded box available, especially when you have to go so far out of your character to even uphold what that image actually is. It's not even you. Music, what you got to think about this, y'all. Before rap and gangster rap, music existed. Think about the subject matter prior to that, because humanity is still humanity. And there was tons of, that's why you see niggas like Lil Durk not really doing, and I'm going to just say this like I know it. I talked about I can do this from being in the barbershop the other day. I just heard somebody else say this on the internet, but they were saying like, Cud didn't really get on the gang, and like, it was a person saying they hate drill music. They hate it. And they was trying to challenge that nobody's successful for it. Really, as far as on the charts, who's having hits. And they mentioned Lil Durk, and he was like, yeah, but Lil Durk don't do that no more. He's singing to the girls. And then to make his point, he was like, Lil Durk didn't really start talking crazy till Young Von came home. So the fact that you mentioned him, it just kind of tied into something I saw earlier. But I appreciate your input. We got a lot of callers, man. I want to give everybody a chance to speak their mind. 415-805-434-305-626-708. Appreciate y'all patience. Much love, my nigga. Shout out to Gary, Indiana, man. Y'all do well out there, man. I know our people ain't got it the best on your side.
To the DJ Keyway, you know what I'm saying? The low.
Much love. I appreciate you, man.
Peace.
415, sound like you from the Yay area.
What up, that's the y'all? Nah, man, I'm really from the East, dog, but I do some work out here.
Okay, that's what it do, man. Much love.
But it's good with y'all, man. I want to touch on the topic, too. We need to really start taking a thorough look at hip-hop as much influence as it has around the world, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, it's only four or five media companies running the whole media conglomerate, you feel me? So
Yes,
hip-hop still falls under that.
I see you, Alex.
Yeah.
Street TV in the building. My nigga Alex Alonzo, big things popping. Much love. Go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. No, we need to start taking a thorough look at the influence on hip hop. As far as, you won, but the people they still watching, they still not really liking what's going on at the end of the day. So you still being plotted on. You feel me?
And we gotta remember that, y'all. You hear what the homies say? It's being promoted, but even the promotion of the pollution is part of the plot. Ooh, you hear all the P's? But yeah, the promotion of the pollution is part of the plot. We cannot sleep on that fact. It's part of the plot. I think about this often these days. And it got me, that's why I'm so perplexed from my personal perspective on what do I do and say creatively. Because I've gotten so caught up in portraying Spider Low when it comes to being an artist. I don't even know how to formulate my thoughts into lyrics to express my actual who I am. That's where I am currently. Every time I go to create, I create a Spider Low, and I'm in a motherfucking personal conflict with trying to realize who I am outside of that as a fucking creator, who I was before Spider Low. And it's the most difficult thing to do. And I think that we have had a very telling soundtrack for the trauma that we experience and inflict upon one another for the last 30 years. And I think I won't say one is the exact causation of the other. However, I think it is impossible to deny the correlation from the subject matter of our music and the mayhem and murder amongst our communities and the violence and the degeneration and the lack of desire to be successful and just the whole bullshit. The fact that we're more number one consumers, even though we actually earn the least per capita, all those things, as they add up, bro. You feel me?
100%. Also, think about this. We just talked about, you on a big stage, right? You got the world watching, right?
Yes.
Obviously, they still want to infiltrate. So nothing really changed since J. Edgar Hoover and all that. You feel me? They're still out there. So think about people sitting down with these people. Like most of these so-called street niggas, you got street smart, but you don't even know you giving your whole background to these niggas. You feel me? You got infiltrators in the game right now. Got chaos agents in the game.
You just
made
me. I just got a visual. I just seen a visualization of the sheets disappearing, and the reality of what it was when the sheets were around, the white sheets and the crosses. The reality of that. In our mind, as victims, our guards are down because the sheets disappeared. But I get the same impulse and realization that the energy behind the sheets never left. And it's such a
never did.
it's so tucked. It's so tucked away that when you even say, hey, this is going on, you have a very intelligent group of people such as Candace Owens, even from amongst you, that can be fooled or foolish enough. Either fooled or foolish. She's either fooled or foolish. I tend to think she's more foolish than fooled to be able to have the voice to deny is going on. That's how effective it was to just stop wearing the sheets. Just eliminate the sheets, and you'll have the direct victims of the sheets denying that that energy even exists. All he had to do was change their uniform from sheets to badges. That's crazy. But we got a lot of callers, man. I want to let everybody get a chance to speak their piece. I appreciate you tapping in. NY to the Bay. Your energy and your perspective was on point and it was appropriate, so I appreciate you. Please tap in anytime you see that
Much
number
love.
up
Y'all be
there.
good.
Much love. 805, that's you, Nickel Bags. I see you. 434-434. It's on you, loved one. 305-626.
Yes, sir.
708-229.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, speak your piece, please.
Well, Mr. Spiderloak, this is Linwood from Virginia. I'm familiar with your music. I'm familiar with some of your conflicts from your past rap career. I've seen you have evolved as a constructive person as of late, and you didn't get caught up in a lot of the stuff that your other rival did. As getting caught up in the black on black crime in which the white supremacists capitalize and make money off of. That's why Suge Knight is where he is, because the white supremacists decided, hey, look, excuse my language on radio, but let's be honest. If we give I've heard this in a movie. If we give the niggers drugs, they'll kill each other wholesale.
Ooh, we need to hear that type of shit more and more.
That came out the Black Panther movie in 1995 when they were telling the story about how the Black Panther Party was, dissolved. Is because the white supremacists and the government, with the help of racist suspect J. Edgar Hoover, was going to bring in cheap drugs and propped up local drug dealers. You are a Crip. You are the bastard offspring of the Black Panther movement, as what J. Edgar Hoover called the Bloods and the Crips. The bastard offspring of the Black Panther Party. That was a documentary I watched with Clyde Bone. He talked about that.
Shout out Bone,
he's
man.
a Pyru.
Shout out Bone. No, he's not a Pyru.
Yeah.
He a Blood. He ain't a Pyru. He a Blood, though. He from Anthony's Park.
Okay.
Personal friend of mine. Yeah. But no, you still on you on the right path, though.
I came across readings by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and Neely Fuller Jr. that explained deeply how the system of white supremacy racism functions, and how the non-white people on the planet are subjugated by people who classify themselves as white. I would give this as a great reading institution for you. Go to producejustice.com and pick up the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept.
God damn.
It is a textbook workbook for thought, speech, and action for victims of racism, white supremacy by Neely Fuller Jr. It came out originally in 1984. But he's done a revised expanded edition from that point on. It's a counter-racist book. Also, pick up Dr. Weldon's The ISIS Papers book so you can fully understand what we're dealing with. Because really what we're dealing with is white genetic survival.
Are you located in California?
I've never been to California.
Okay.
But I would have. But I've read a lot of history of California, and California is a very interesting state because that's where a lot of the politics. That's where the political separation of black political leadership got divided.
I did not. I did not intend to get you off your point, but I'm listening though. Go ahead. However you choose to proceed.
No problem. The South, primarily, we're more religious. We're more church going. We dress up on Sundays fast and said, "Lord, Lord, Lord." And you brothers out there in California, you're about getting it in. We're not singing and preaching. We're not doing that bullshit. We're pissed. We're angry. And if we don't get our demands met, this is how it's going to happen. But just to get on point here, continue doing some things of constructive value because the whole hip hop industry is ran by white supremacists. It's ran by white people who basically will give you the guns, give you the drugs, and tell your kids to go out there and celebrate this. JT the Bigger Figure even mentioned when he was at Priority Records with David Weiner. Around the same time, Master P got his P&D deal. He got one too at that time. And he was at a Muslim meeting, and he said David Weiner came to him and said, "Hey, JT, you gonna be doing a little bit more dope dealing? You gonna do a little bit more killing?" And because that's what we signed you for.
Shout out JT.
We didn't sign you to be Paris. The devil made me do it.
Fig Panamera, my nigga Fig Panamera. I'm listening.
We didn't sign you to be Paris. The devil made me do it. Nor did we sign you to be the X-Clan. And he said, no, the Nation of Islam will have my head. And the moment he said that, they dropped him from his deal.
Wow. And, since the time frame you're describing, I can't think of any type of artist that has been popping that would be on the level of that type of mind frame outside of being a part of the game, the struggle, the ghetto, the game, the thuggery, the fuckery. You got your highlights here and there out of the millions, your J. Cole's and certain people's, but even when you listen to the whole totality of their body of work, they still have to express some type of understanding of this street shit. It's not like they're totally creating a body of work that is just obsolete from the struggle of this ghetto shit either. It's still some thuggery. Just think about Chance the Rapper. He was pretty successful at one point, and we can consider him one of the contemporary successful entertainers of our time. And he was one of the clean, they market him toward the kids, the colleges, and he represented the squeaky clean type image. But even from my remembrance, his biggest record was, I'm gonna have some niggas running up in your lobby. Like, that still was a part of that. Even as it was pushed as squeaky clean, that record was extremely aggressive and, if I might say so myself, gangster. If one more nigga try to rob me, it's gonna be something. You don't want no problem, want no problem. You feel me? That shit was like the same old shit. But yet and still, he is not that type of artist. But without that record, where would the mega success? Isn't that the one that did it?
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, man, you must not have been listening.
Am I unmuted?
I said, isn't that the one that did it?
It's the one that did it because look at the consumers who bought it. Yes, I can go out there and scream, kill a nigger all day long, and people will buy the record. But if I tell you, hey, go to school and be constructive so you can counter the system of white supremacy, and this is what white supremacy is doing to us.
It'll never hit.
You think I'm going to get anybody to listen to me?
It'll never hit.
No.
It'll never hit. It'll never hit.
Because the record companies will put it on the shelf. It's just like when you was with the G Unit peoples. Young Buck came out with a record called something about the police. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Iovine told him they can't put that on the record because in their words, it was going to inflame the youth at that time to harm enforcement officials. So he takes the record off. He takes that song off the album, and then they let him keep the other records talking about killing young, non-white, mostly black youth.
You are absolutely correct. And just a side note, Jimmy Iovine, for a long period of time, has been responsible for upgrading a certain precinct of the Los Angeles Police Department with their bulletproof vests. Every sequence of time when they decide to upgrade the bulletproof vest, Jimmy Iovine has been responsible for grabbing that bill for a certain precinct for years. So his fondness to police and in general, I can imagine it. He was not going for that. But guess what else they allowed? Just on the same note, they allowed Prodigy to get on the record and talk about beating Jesus up. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. The
But
caught the
before I
pearly
let you
gates.
go, though,
Yep.
you got to look in. You have to look in. You have to look into this. I don't know if it's a conspiracy or anything, but it was a thing that happened in 1992. That they were going to start putting the gangster rappers on TV, and they were going to take the Public Enemies, the Parises, the X Clans, the Professor Grips off the radio.
I seen one of the cats from Bones Thugs and Harmony speak on a meeting that was supposedly had by, and I've seen a lot of that through the years. So I believe there's some truth to that. I appreciate your input, man. I just want to get to some more of these callers, man. We don't have that much time, and they've been waiting.
Sure, no problem.
Much love, Brody.
Thank you for your time.
Likewise. 305, it's on you. What's happening? Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. I see you, 708-229-562. I see you. 626. You next. 305, what's happening, homie?
Just tapping in with you, homie.
Oh, man, I appreciate the tap in, man. You see what I'm doing, man. Just trying to stay about it. You dig lies? Bama boys in the building.
Yeah, I hear you out here, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
This Mano, by the way.
Oh, what up, Mano?
We can chill it, man. Hey, quick question. And this is off the topic.
Okay.
Right, but I was always impressed, right, by what I thought. I might be wrong, but like I thought, am I wrong? But did Snoop do a lot for like the youth out there as far as the football leagues and
hell
getting
yeah,
a lot of niggas out of gangs?
Hell, well, I don't know about out of gangs, but just having a league that was respectable and created a vehicle for quite a few to take, their talents onto a professional level and to be able to sustain some. Yeah, he did do a lot for the youth in that sense with that football league, no doubt.
So, you be fucking with that nigga. Why you be fucking with that nigga so much?
What do you say?
I said, you always fucking with that nigga. Why you be fucking with that nigga so much?
All right, look. You sound grown as fuck, right? So if you tell me I always fuck with him, you say I always fuck with him, right? That means you're familiar with the things I say about him. Every time I speak on him, I'm speaking about a specific. Wait. I'm speaking about a specific subject. So the reason why is there explained right in the title of the subject I'm talking about. So if it's so much, it's because there's so many different things to speak about. But the things I'm speaking about are obvious why I speak about them.
No, you're absolutely right.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the angle of the question.
No, well, is it because it's crippling?
I mean, I don't know what you're saying, bro, because every subject you speaking on, if you saying I'm always on them, you heard me give my perspective on each of those subjects.
No. Not like that. Not even like that. Not really. I just saying like, you be always joking that nigga. I be laughing my damn self.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm very explanatory. I'm very explanatory upon the issues which I express myself upon. So if you're saying you're familiar with the content, I don't understand your inquiry because I'm clear about my position as why I think.
No.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to me.
I just really wanted to know if he was. I know you're gonna keep it on Google whether you like the nigga or not. I just wanted to know if he was like the things that I thought about him.
I think you know what I think? I think I'm not gonna take the burden of even answering that question because I think deep down you already know the answer, and just trust your gut, bro. You talking to Mr. Keeper the Google, man. Yeah. Don't drag me out here. Yeah. Just keep it a Google with your soul.
Nah. I ain't mean it like that either, but it's always love, right? It's just something that came in my mind while I was smoking. And I just said, let me ask
I definitely.
I know you're gonna keep it
I know how that go. I know how that go. You feel me? I appreciate you though. I appreciate you, Mano. Let me get to a few more of these callers. Much love. 626 area code. What it do, loved one? I appreciate your patience, man. You've been hanging in there. I see you 708-229-562. Oh, I can't call it, man. Just politicking with my good peoples. What's happening with you? 976. Play slow.
Just tuning in. It's a great episode today. Like always, you always holding it down.
That's right.
I wanted to ask you if you're familiar with Yo Gotti's artist out of Louisville, Kentucky, a former football standout ESTG. I'm real surprised that he didn't get a RICO charge put on him before Young Thug, because I'll share a few of his songs to you in a direct message, but he be talking like.
Well, look. Hold on. Stop. All right, hold on. We're not going to help them people do their job. If he ain't got the charge and you think repeating what he said can help direct the charge toward him, we don't want to help echo and assist him in being incriminated. I get your point. I know who you are now, too. I know your voice. Yeah, I don't need to.
Well, I will say this. His manager and close friend had already got picked up late last year. Like, it was big news in the regard, like drug trafficking and all that. But he was the only one that didn't get picked up. There are news broadcasters about him and his label and everything, but you have a song that you and your crew had remade that has like a similar beat to one of his most popular songs. But
what song is that?
I'll 97 Ways.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of people that recorded on. That's 97 Ways is one of the primary reasons I don't record on YouTube beats, because it's a lot of versions of that song out here floating around. I'm so fortunate not to have gotten caught up in some type of copyright situation, but a lot of niggas rapped on that song, on that beat.
Well, I'll send you his song that actually has that original beat. Okay, but let me switch to another topic, though, based off the previous caller about having both of your parents and like having your father, like being in the household with you. I don't know if you're familiar with rapper Dave East.
Yeah.
His father, his parents is still together to this day. His father was hands-on with him throughout his upbringing, was like trying to motivate and push him to be a basketball player. And he was like one of the top ranked basketball players out of New York. But, the surrounding areas that, you grow up in, all it takes is one little, fumble or hit, one little minor situation that could derail you or like get you suspended or make you to not eligible to qualify for, like a scholarship or whatnot. And that's something that kind of happened to him. And I know you're familiar with like standout sports stars that are in our area. They always get that, pass or like stamp of approval to, either be protected or champions without having to be active. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Right. People always respect and support. Yeah.
Do you recall the Philadelphia wide receiver that got released from his contract from Philly because they had claimed that he was tied in with
DJ?
Yeah. And it's like, the same with ESTG from Louisville, Kentucky. He was trying his best to, go pro and go professional, but he had hiccups that derailed his football, career to where he pretty much went major league in the streets.
Who DJ? Who you talking about? You talking about Davies?
What?
Who had the
professional in the street?
Yeah, who had their career derailed?
Both of them actually, but heavy though. He be talking heavy, kind of like in depth.
No, that nigga D Jack was just in the motherfucking Super Bowl, bro. Ain't both of them.
No. D Jack had got released and signed with the Raiders.
Yeah, but his career, he was in the Super Bowl. He just got hurt. That's why. Oh no, not D Jack. Oh my bad. You right. I'm thinking about Odell like a motherfucker.
But no. D Jack bounced back though. But like TG,
that's the homie though.
Linebacker out of. But yeah.
I appreciate you tapping in, little one. You know you a regular around here. I'm gonna give you some new callers, all right?
All right.
Much love. 708 area code, man. I appreciate your patience. What's on your mind, fam bam?
What's happening, bro? What's the deal?
Oh, good vibes, man. A lot of love around here. What's happening with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I come to give you some more love. I want to put you on a few facts, my brother.
Please do, man.
Do you know that in the year 1670, the state of Virginia outlawed Negroes from buying white people?
Not from buying?
Yeah. Buying white people. The first slaves in America was white. See, they want to keep you in slavery, bro. They want to keep you on this slave shit. Man, the first slaves in America was white, man. The first slaves in the whole world was white. The Moors ruled the whole Europe. From the year 711 to 1492, the Moors ruled Europe. And you can look that up. Them facts, man. Them is facts. The whole Europe. The Moors. And if you look up who the Moors were, they were so-called blacks. Black is not even an ancient word. Black ain't come up to the 1500s. Black,
man,
white, those are not even ancient words, man.
This why, to me, it's damn near a tap out on attempting to get the one perfect stream of knowledge and facts on these subjects, because it's something. This is why I'm more convinced about. It's just on us to do our part, be our part of the link, because you fucking my head up, man. Not the fact I'm familiar with the general history of the Moors, but when you telling me that the first slaves were white, so are you almost expressing that slavery might have been the one that we're familiar with, might have been a condition of revenge, like vengeance?
Oh, for sure. That's why they hate you so much.
Wow.
You can look that up, man. Remember that in the year 1670, you can go to the library and look this up. In 1670, the state of Virginia outlawed Negroes from buying white people. You can look that up, man. That's a fact.
When you just said fucking library, you know what I just got a vision of? There's going to be a time in a soon, distant, near, far, close future that, how you just said, go to the library, the facts that are established like that are in the library, with this digital world, they'll be able to switch them facts across Google in a stroke of a button. And if you think they were sophisticated with heightened knowledge and lying in the past, just think about when books are damn near obsolete and everybody.
That's right, 'cause they all in books, bro.
Yeah.
They not hiding it though, bro. They not hiding none of this information for you. You know, that's why they say you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Because they know you ain't going to read nothing.
You know what I always added on to that, just because of me, who I am? They say, you want to hide it from a nigga, put it in the book. You want him to know it, put it in the hook of a song. That's what I always was saying, but I never went on with it.
Hey, yeah, that's cold. And look,
If you look, if you just listen 1 second. If you look at all the money that's been changed, all the bills have been changed except one bill. The dollar bill has not been changed. Look at the back of the dollar bill. You see the pyramid, right? Then you see an eagle holding 13 arrows. Those 13 arrows represent Amen Ra. That eagle represents Amen Ra. If you look at who Amen Ra is, oh man, that's really gonna fuck your head up. Look at the back. Yeah, look at the back of it. Look at the back of that dollar bill. You see the pyramid. You see the eagle on the other side holding the 13 arrows. You see that? So nobody ever told you what that eagle meant. No, you know what the pyramid means though, right?
Right.
But you don't know what that eagle meant though. You don't know what that meant. That's Amen Ra.
I've
So
heard.
I'm telling you, go check out this documentary called Heavy is the Crown. It's gonna tell you what's written on those pyramids, man. And that's gonna give you the full knowledge and understanding you need of the true history of our people.
Heavy is the crown.
You need that. Your kids need to know that, man. Your kids need to know that, brother. I'm telling you something. I'm teaching my sons this stuff now. You know what I'm saying? That is the true story. Look, he's giving you a George Washington.
One of my partners in the chat room, he's horrible at dominoes. Well, he's one of my childhood friends, and he wants to know, what is the eagle? He wants you to expound and explain. I'm curious too.
The eagle, right, is holding up 13 arrows. Now it go like this. Amen Ra, right, was like the first. This is a myth. See, all these stories, Jesus and Allah and all these are myths. You know what I'm saying? This is the first myth, right? I'm giving you the first myth. Now we all know the pyramids is the oldest thing on the planet, but I'm gonna get to it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, back in Egypt.
I'm sorry. Blue Smurf, you can't fuck with me in no bones. My bad. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
But Egypt, right? They didn't worship, but Amen Ra was the man. He was the pharaoh back then, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, on the pyramid, Amen Ra head is that same falcon or that eagle with a man's body, right? You know what I'm saying? This is on every pyramid. Now, Amen Ra, you know what I'm saying? He was going out spreading the knowledge and teaching that to the world. You know what I'm saying? Teaching the knowledge to the world. See, because back then they believed the closest you could get to God is studying everything God created, the birds, the lions.
Hey, do you know how much natural fucking sense that shit makes versus what I was indoctrinated with and what I believe on accident because I was forced to believe it, and I still believe it even though I don't believe it. When I hear that type of shit, shit makes so much natural fucking sense. Go ahead.
But I'm telling you, go check this, man. Everything I'm telling you, bro, is in this documentary, man. You need to watch this, bro. This gonna give you the knowledge and wisdom and understanding, overstanding you need, brother. This is the truth. Everything I spit to you is a fact, man.
Say the name of the documentary again. I'm gonna type it in here and pin it so we can be.
Heavy is the Crown.
Heavy is the Crown. I don't want to forget that.
It's on Amazon. Heavy is the Crown.
Oh, I got Amazon too. Say less.
Heavy is the Crown. Watch that. This is the story I'm telling you. Now listen, Amen Ra, right? He was the pharaoh, right? Now he had a wife with her name was Set, and he had a brother which was named Set 10, right? You know what I'm saying? So Amen Ra used to go out and spread the knowledge to the world, or you know, to the neighboring people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now when he used to leave his wife in charge. You know what I'm saying? His brother didn't like that. His brother Satan didn't like that. So when Amen Ra came back, Satan killed him and chopped his body up into 14 pieces and hid it all around Egypt, right? Now once Amen Ra's wife Set found out about that, she gathered all the pieces except one piece. She couldn't find one piece of his body. That's why the eagle heard the 13 arrows, because it's only 13 pieces of his body that was found. Now she put all the pieces back together and mummified the body. This is where the first mummified come from. You know what I'm saying? So she mummified the body. She prayed over the body for months. I think they said 80-something days or something. You know what I'm saying? She prayed over this body, right? So now, in this prayer, one night, the spirit of Amun Ra come back and impregnate the queen. See, they was married, but they never had sex. You know what I'm saying? They never compensated their marriage because he was out. But now Amun Ra came back as a spirit and impregnated her, and she had a son. Her son was named Eru, right? Now, when she did this, Satan found out, and he sent out word to kill all four firstborn sons. All firstborn sons, he had them killed, but she hid her son well, and she raised them. And with the help of the other generals or the other people, scholars and stuff of Egypt, they raised this boy, taught him the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Taught him how to fight and whatever. Now he came back and revenged his father's death and killed, you know what I'm saying, his uncle. And then he took back over Egypt and carried out his father's plan. That's what that eagle means. That is the true story of Amun Ra. That's why they say amen after every prayer, but they don't put the Ra on it. If you look at these words like Amun Ra, you spell it A, so you spell it like you spell amen. You know what I'm saying?
I've come across that science before. I let you get it all out because I want to be refreshed and reminded because I couldn't articulate it like you did. I appreciate that, man. You went so deep that I can't do nothing but say thank you. I want to get to a few more callers, but I want to invite you to tap in anytime you see that number up there, man. I appreciate your perspective.
For sure, brother. Love, man. I got real love for you. I see where you came from and where you at now, man. Because when I first seen you, boy, woo.
Hey, I hope you can also see where I'm going, man. I appreciate you, man. And I appreciate you just acknowledging the whole, thank you, keep it a Google. Jeter, man. On God. Okay, 562, I appreciate your patience. Then 240, it's on you. 562 area code, what's happening?
Yo, can you hear me, Spider?
Loud and clear, you in my ear, what's happening?
Hey, man, I grew up on listening to your music, man. Like, you, bro, don't let nobody tell you ain't a legend, G. Like, you raising niggas out here, for sure you raising niggas out here, like.
Man.
Like, between you, Snoop, it's a lot of y'all. Like, y'all helped us. Y'all helped us, bro. If it wasn't for Snoop and a couple of my old heads doing that football program, shit, I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't for you doing music, shit, I don't know where my focus would be, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck all the damn music and platinum. If you got knowledge, y'all got game, y'all sitting here spitting the real, that's what we need, you know. We fatherless childs out here, like, man. We need as much as possible. Like,
man, I appreciate that
bro,
so
like,
much.
don't let them knock you. I be hearing, like, you know that shit back and forth with Whack 100?
Right.
I'll be like, you know what, like, Spider too more mature for that. Like, that shit ain't even on your level. Like, you elite out here, bro. Like, don't let
hey,
them
man,
you, bro.
hey, I appreciate that, man, because, yeah, like, to let a cloward, queerdo like that give me out my character is not conducive to what I express myself to have established to have become. You are correct. I appreciate that corrective, constructive criticism from you, comrade. Oh, my mama. Cuz is a goofball. But
yeah, man.
You're right.
Yeah, because I learned from all my elders and stuff. Like, shoot, like, I come from South Central, you know that red and blue, orange, shoes. And I went to school with the Mexicans, and that's when I really understood, like, oh shit, this shit real. Like, nigga, this shit real. Like, I was like, you know what, I need some knowledge. And y'all really, like, I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't for Snoop creating the Snoop League, I don't know where I would be, bro. Like, I don't know.
Like, hey, look, that's why
when I heard
when he asked that, I couldn't do nothing, regardless of what you thought I might have was finna say. I got 3 sons who benefited from the fact that Snoop had a league established out here.
Down with the wind, sugar. Down with the wind.
Okay, baby, you'll get your turn. Hold on.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate what he established because it's very difficult to establish something to rival Pop Warner and the other traditional leagues that have been established for years. And he definitely did that and provided a environment that was conducive for success and progression for a lot of local athletes and give them an outlet. So yeah, I appreciate what he established in regards to that youth football league. I like that. I like that he had the courage,
'cause like,
the courage and the insight to not play by weight. That's what made his league more attractive to
yeah,
me because it's a more give you a more reality check of what football is like versus all the kids being sectioned off according to weight. That's not the reality of football. But I think that's still there's an age limit to where that's necessary because coordination varies as far as childhood development, and a very large kid,
yeah,
yeah, the older you are, weight doesn't matter as much in the sport because coordination and you knowing how to handle yourself comes into play. But go ahead.
yeah. 'Cause today, you know that in New York there was a shooting.
I
This
saw
was
that, bro.
some KKK or fake KKK. Yeah, that shit fucked me up, and I was like,
They
bro,
they said he did it while he was live.
like,
He was live. He was live streaming while he did it.
yeah, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was like, you know what, I can never, you know, we have this thing as us as melanated brothers. I don't like saying black because I feel like it demeans us. But like, you know, when we
I
see
think
each
you
other,
know
we
what.
always look at each other. We always have to feel like,
Yeah, you know what? I struggle with
keep
that
going further.
concept. I struggle with the concept of black being demeaning toward us until times when I realize when it comes to matter and the universe and the cosmos and the fact that every single color is impossible without black, I become more fond of being
Now
black.
that's deep. That's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah,
That's deep.
even if you go with the
That's
Bible,
deep right
in the
there.
beginning there was nothing but black. Then he created everything according to the Bible
Yeah.
from black. So when I get more associated, and then melanin, the fact that you mentioned melanin, it's associated with the darkness, and I don't have a. I want you to know, I went through the same thing, but I think I'm arriving at a point where I don't have a problem being categorized as black, because I think black is better. I really do think it is. I realize that when it comes to color, in the majority, most, if not all situations, the less color available shows a lack of quality, substance, or value. And that's indicative of most
Yeah.
situations. Color shows a potency. And even when it comes to humanity, as you abstract color from the situation, that shows a state of degeneracy. So I'm appreciative more of the association with black that we have than I once was.
Yeah, because I struggle with it because I just don't like how it come out of the media mouth, and like they wasn't saying all this black stuff into all this Trump stuff, and it just be pissing me off because I remember days when white boy couldn't say no black, no nigga, no nothing. Like he knew he was trembling in his fucking boots.
Right.
Like so I don't understand this day and era. I be like, yo, they kind of weird because Eminem has never disrespected no brother, no nothing. I've never heard him say nigga. And you hear it, man. I'm telling you,
You know what
you know what that's
when you point that type of shit out about Eminem, to me, more so than that shows a lack of the bullshit, it shows to me a disciplined effort to disguise and hide. Because when you want to say Eminem, for an example, we have him on record prior to being famous, being very degradative toward black women in general. Not blacks, black women.
Now, okay.
He has a very long song where he was just talking very, very bad about the original majestic woman. And he don't get off the hook in this subject. He was a horrible example, as a matter of fact. I think everything Eminem has done, just think about it. Think about it. his success.
That's why I said you were. That's why I said you were legend. I never knew that. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Listen up. Listen.
When
When you get out, when you hang up, Google Eminem black girl song or racist song, and take a listen.
Mm-hmm.
Take a listen, and while you listen to that song, close your eyes and think about every black woman you love. Your daughter, your sister, your mother, your aunties, your nieces, your cousins, your granny.
Shit.
And think about them.
Shit. I'm married to a queen.
Yeah.
I'm married to a queen.
Now, think about your wife as well. So think about your wife as you listen to that song. I got a couple more callers. I appreciate your input on my mama. Go ahead.
90 seconds.
Before I let you go, that's why you're a legend, man. Because for one, I didn't know that. Like, you give game, bro. Like, you got jewels. Also, Dane Calloway. If you ever come across his page, look at his wisdom, bro. He a real like young dude out here. He really a historian, but he know all the history of everything based on his melanin. And it tripped me out every time. That previous caller,
60 seconds.
Stuff he be on, and it's like, yo, like they really messed us up in South Central. Like I was raised in some shit. I'm like, which side do I choose? What do I say? What colors to wear? That's just really traumatizing. That shit is crazy.
Whoa.
But shit, people like you, like, yeah, y'all got me through. Like, y'all let me understand. I was one of those dudes that, like, you bang on me. Like, I ain't from nowhere, but fuck it, we could get active. But my OGs have to say, look, just say you ain't from nowhere. Don't mean you a punk. Just say you ain't from nowhere. I'm like,
I still know the perspective. I know the perspective you describing. I know where you was coming from though, because even within my male children,
yeah,
I have each perspective. I got a child. I got boys that I feel like if somebody press
10 seconds.
If somebody press them with that energy, they can turn it down, let it be known they don't fuck around, and it's no problem. But I got other sons that don't fuck around, but I still think that if somebody get at him, it could be a problem based on his irritation and arrogance about, nigga, don't even get at me with that bullshit. And so I know the different ranges of what it could be with non-affiliates, and I understand exactly the position you say you took. So I know that I ain't no my homie right now, True Cowboy. He in the chat right now. If you see him, the way he dressed, carry himself, size, you would think he was banged out. However, he's not. But he's with all the bullshit, but he ain't with no bullshit. So I know exactly what you expressing. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, like, y'all saving lives out here with these streams, and like I said, like shit that whack shit, man. Like I'll be like, yo, Spider got too much wisdom for all that, like knocking them, like fuck all that bullshit. Because I ain't gonna lie, you be giving out wisdom, and I be hating when like people be taking you out of character sometimes. When they be bringing up shit, I be like, fuck, man. Like, don't bring them into that mindset. Like, let them go. But I got you, Spider. Keep going, though, bro.
I know you was talking about Mr. No Honey, but the way you phrased it made your point.
Yeah.
You made it so perfect. When you get on that whack shit, when have we ever been about being on some whack shit? So, thank you, man. I appreciate that. We ain't never trying to be on no whack shit. Yeah.
Your energy too positive.
Okay, sugar.
Thank you, bro. Much love. I'm gonna let this lady talk because I appreciate the fact that it's a her and she's been very patient. Much love, my nigga.
I got you. I got you.
Okay.
All right. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm drinking on my Southern tea.
On your Southern tea. Is that a grown drink or is it a virgin drink?
Put me a little bourbon inside, just a little bourbon.
Little Southern tea and bourbon, got you kind of swerving.
You sound so sexy. Go ahead, baby.
Don't you can't do me like that. Too many people watching. I'm gonna get the blushing, baby.
I said I'm a white man. I got to make my blood turn colored. And the only way I'm going to do that is get me a ding dong.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I need you to rewind. So I heard you say something about white, then color, and then ding dong. But I missed the other words in between. So can you run that back and make it make sense, please?
And I'm looking for me a black man anyway. So I don't need y'all.
Oh,
I'm gonna get me a black man.
Oh, you not black? Oh, so you not black? You a white lady off Southern tea and bourbon, trying to get it swerving with a colored brother that's urban. Is that what you saying?
She's a man for certain.
What the hell?
I said I'm a white man. I got to make my blood turn colored. And the only way I'm going to do that is get me a ding dong.
You sound black. That's why it's hard to follow you. But so you white.
I'm a freak.
You a white freak.
I'll beat your dick till you can't.
Wait, what? You on YouTube, baby. You can't just talk like that. This ain't the right show. You dog.
I'm gonna set my ass open for you, baby.
We can't, man. We out of here, man. Two Nicks, what's happening with okay?
Real near radio life.
What the frickety frackety fruck? What the woo?
That's a new one. That's a new one right there.
Cause you know what's scary, y'all? The scariest part about that.
Is sipping on some brandy.
That might not even been a man. That might not even been a woman. That's the scary part. I'm cool. That was the. I almost tasted that.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, that was regurgitation, man. We coolio on you, foolio. What it do, Two Nicks, man? It's about that time to put a fork in it on my mama.
You know this. I just got to salute. Spit something, always get something, then it turns to something else. But you know the drill.
Yeah, you already know. Let's get it in.
I don't know. I snuck up behind her just to remind us about that time, and I know how to find them. No quiz, no questions. I'm needing my fingers. Gorilla so greedy, I'm feeding my news. Woo.
He gonna go with that weak ass.
Nigga disappear around here.
You got my money? Huh? Oh yeah, I'll pay you soon. Yeah, well, here's a suggestion. Have the money by tomorrow, and there won't be any problems. Huh? Yeah, 24 hours. Why? What happens in 24 hours? I don't know. Not psychic, man. I'm just saying it would probably be better for everybody if you had the money tomorrow. Yeah, all right. I'll see what I can do. See you later. Don't forget. Nah, you're not gonna forget.
I snuck up behind you just to remind you. It's about that time and I know how to find you. No quiz, no question, I'm needing my figures. Gorilla's so greedy, I'm feeding my niggas. Ain't no ifs and buts or no maybes. I fucking go crazy, motherfucker, don't pay me. You love your baby mama, I know where to look at. Kept a close eye on your ass since you took that. Niggas disappear around here about frontin'. If it ain't my dough, ain't tryna hear about nothing. Is that right? The detail crashed the motel, took you and D to jail, and you had to post bail. I believe you, and I know you had to pay the lawyer. 24 hours, that's all I got for you. I'ma slide through on the Harley, same time tomorrow. The money or the Marley, or you'll be sorry.
4 hours pass, you got 20 more. The clock ticking, nigga. What you waiting on? 8 hours pass, you got 16 more. The clock ticking, nigga. What you waiting on? 12 hours pass, you got 12 more. The clock ticking, nigga. What you waiting on? 20 hours pass, you got 4 more. The clock ticking, nigga. What you waiting on?
It's been 24 hours. Got my money? Oh, you know what? Just give me till next Friday. I'll have it for you. Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today. Yeah, I don't have it, sorry. Oh, well, all right then. Yeah, that hurt? That hurt? What the hell? Yeah, that don't feel so good, does it? No, that's what happens, man. Oh my God! Yeah, that's what happens.
It's payback time, homie. I'm Spotter Loke's new muscle. You broke bitches need to find yourself a new hustle. In debt with me, you lose the use of your limbs. Stomp a nigga ass out, my only use for some Timbs. Take a look at the rims, homie, they bigger than stop signs. And I'ma watch mine with a cig and a Glock 9. And while you bitch niggas whine and drop dime on the cop line, got my fingers in your bitch ass cracked like a rock climb. And I grind to the block, got phenomenal hustle. Last nigga got shot in his abdominal muscle with the 44 mag black master apparel. Bullets big enough to leave stretch marks on the barrel. Before you park the Camaro, you like flossing on wheels. So I'ma turn that Chevy into a coffin on wheels. Cause when the fifth starts spitting at your car, you can't do nothing but swallow shots like you sitting at the bar.
At the bar.
Oh, my mama, rest in peace, Big Payback. Two Nicks inspired that record. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I know it's that time of the evening where y'all gotta get to what y'all trying to get to. So I ain't gonna fake, hold, or bullshit you. Any last words, Two Nicks? Somebody asking where they can find the Last Word record. You can't find it nowhere but in the process of the Black Box at this time. I don't currently own the rights to that record. That was a record I wrote on behalf of a constituent business friend of mine, Jerome in Arizona, who had a spoken word show that he was developing and launching right before COVID hit via the internet. And that was a business transaction. I created that record on his behalf. And I just started playing it with his permission on the show. So we might be able to get some type of understanding where we can get it on the streaming services. But at this point, it's not. And if my boy Nickelbags, Two Nicks, ain't got nothing else to say, I might go ahead and let these be my last words, unless he has some last words.
For Def though, no, just a real fresh and crispy Baymax hoodie though, like.
Okay.
Knockout Kid, that's the out of the water.
Oh, my mama. Appreciate you. Last words.
This is my Don declaration, define expectations, inspired to aspire to higher elevation. Started at Genesis, read the entire revelation, dedication, meditation, and some fire medication. Judge a prophet and a poet, both body reputation, fanatically practice. Perfection requires preparation. I go hard, like this could be the last chance. Romance the spotlight, treat it like the last dance. May I remind inclined to go overboard over mine. But tonight I'm on this open mic with an open mind. Always try, let it fly, ain't care where it fell. Never say goodbye, but we'll tell her farewell. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. And just so y'all know for sure that I'm serious, y'all can put this right before the period. She slipped the digits, I hit her with a digi-card. She came to visit, hit it hard by the mini bar. I made her roar like the engine in my Hemi car. Way before she came to listen to my seminar. Every time I'm done, she always want more. Keep a contour in her back for the encore. I paint a picture like we was playing Pictionary with perfect diction. I take you through the dictionary, y'all can have an introduction and an intermission. They finna listen for it's finished, just a benediction. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I used to tell my testimony to the whole church. Now I stepped into the cipher once I soul search. Visualize the pain I'm bearing when it's verbalized. No more rehearsal, now you're staring in my herbal eyes. Turned them on, they all turned around, returned to lies. Despise this truth that I eternally internalize. I hate her, laugh now, cry later. Why hate a player when I'm just getting my paper? Your dialogue, that's a lot of lies to digest. Until I die, I guess I'ma have to digress. Chase the pay like she the one that got away. Remy shot a day, that's all I really gotta say. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown. Now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. Baymax, G-Way, get money, y'all. For death, though, we do. Spotted low. The West kept spinning the World Wide Web on these bitch ass niggas.
Young Spotter come through on the low late. Don't take her on no date. In the 08, tryna see if she got paper to donate. I'm so hard to locate. That's what the hoe hate. But I'm so great in bed, baby, daddy gotta rotate. Just fucked off 10 G's, but it ain't that important. If I ain't had to go to court, I would've made that this morning. Matter of fact, get paid more than that for performing one song. My dough long, cause I rap my recordings. Deserve a Rico. Commit actual acts of extorting. Place the wholesale order and jack the jet for the Jordans. In New York, in the projects, chilling in the back of the buildings, where I chop with the hood heads and chat with the children. I'm young and I'm rich, I'm black and I'm brilliant. On track for the trillions, to be stacked to the ceiling. Until then, I spend thousands and mash for the millions. Get cash for the killing, got it bad for the billions.
Seen it all, done it all. Been places that I never thought. But ain't one place too far from you. Ain't been one place too far from you. Way across the Atlantic, just right there when I'm landing. It ain't one place too far from you. It ain't one place too far from you.
My eyes nice and tight, I hit the kush spot twice a night. And sometimes even thrice if the price is right. I like variety, they tell me it's the spice of life. She say I'm sweet and sour every time I slice your wife. SPI, your dirt bag to the world end. Digging donkey dick deep down in somebody's girlfriend. You speaking on me and it's tweaking me a little. But if you think you're sneaking on me, homie, she gon' be a widow. I love females, they help push the campaign. No brain don't make it rain, or buy bitches champagne. More money, more problems, don't need the propaganda. What popped out in Vegas don't lead to Tropicana. What happened in Atlanta don't need to be repeated. So them pictures on your camera phone need to be deleted. Let's go.
Never thought, but ain't one place too far from you. Ain't been one place too far from you. Way across the Atlantic, just right there where I'm landing. It ain't one place too far from you. It ain't one place too far from you.
I don't know Neo, but I know Eno. Me, him, and Hero with 10 hoes in Rio. Went hard for the ESO, I squad with the CO. No 6 deuce chemo and showline ego. I can't say I put in a gang of work with Deco, but me and Cuz for sure them pass for a keto. I spent some time on the grind with the Rezo. 24 months just to end up with zero. Even with a belt on, the khaki still be low. I'm a head honcho, I used to flow with Nebo, but he chose to toad on Lil Man and B-So. Had to let him go right after we met Sebo. From California with the most gorgeous green grow. I'm loony as O-Dog and nutty as Nino. All spots covered from Domino's to CeeLo. For Death Doe, the Lamo to Aliso.
Seen it all, done it all. Been places that I never thought. But ain't one place too far from you. Ain't been one place too far from you. Way across the Atlantic, just right there where I'm landing. It ain't one place too far from you. It ain't one place too far from you.
This is Keed Banks Music.
When you're sticking to the script, it's a lonely road. Before they left the hole and tanked the big homie told. He know the way this testimony hold. On that low 4, they gon' politic on him cold. SPI Bank EC for really though. Used to really go, ask my nigga Chili Mo. Had a cold gun game, crazy knuckle up. Bust on enemies with baby double up. Back and forth with the main streets on 98. Q9 cell, me and Lil Johnny Ray. Posted up on Coden with a big ratchet. Way before Lil Wayne threw on that snitch jacket. Walked to York with Slim Bag, what up Big Drac? Gave them back they L cuz you did that. Love my lokes even if we don't interact. Lil Mont, Baby Psych and Lil Black. EC. 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 97th Street, smack dead in the Middle East. Fuck the police for King Ron and Lil Reese. Tell the truth, SP3 never lack rhymes. Sometimes feel I might die behind my rap lines. We ain't in Malibu now, we in Maui. Baby Pie, EC, Bear, me and Wowie. Tico, Kiko, EC Red. Still can't believe Frankie and CC dead. Come to putting in work, did more than a little dirt. Airbrush shirt. Big Milk, Lil Merc, Lil Box, Baby Ant, both souls, all the coops. First street to 24 when we call the troops. Lost a legend when we buried Bug. Coach love to the riders that carry cuz, never seen it coming. Was a little foul, still took heart though, my hat off to Lil Owl. EC. 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 Big Spider and Lil Spider both got an Ezel. Tiny Spider got 19, rest in peace, Ezel. Shouts to the females representing EC. The brownies to the quotas, rest in peace, TT. Big Tommy's son on the 7, that's Stay Pops. Me and mine never bow down to J-Box. And that's the coldest cripper nigga ever met. Coldest cripper ever heard about, better yet. 33rd Neverary, only time a nigga ran. On the land, go ask my nigga Ran. ECG unit, came up a little short. Got told on by that nigga Lil Show. Went on TV, the homies did BT Ugly. Got love for Infinite and Lil EC Buzzy. For death though, that mean to my dying day. EC, that's all I've been trying to say. EC. 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 EC.
Snakewood and that Purposeful. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie.
SPI
Can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be everything that they wanna be. Yeah.